Welcome everyone to episode 4 of the Irish Whip podcast. I'm your host Ben, accompanied by my co-host Darren.
Yeah.
We are a semi-weekly wrestling podcast, usually covering WWE, and very soon we're going to be covering Lucha Underground and
NXT.
And
maybe random pay-per-views from other promotions.
Yeah, we can.
If we had this back when the AAA Mania happened,
yeah,
we would have reviewed AAA Mania.
New Japan's big pay-per-view is coming up soon. It's Wrestle Kingdom.
Some like that.
Yeah.
That just sounds like a WCW pay-per-view. Wrestle Kingdom.
Yeah, it is kind of corny enough to be WCW.
Like Starrcade.
Starrcade wasn't too bad. Bash at the Beach.
Yeah.
Halloween Havoc, the best pay-per-view. What else is there? Spring Stampede, Road Wild, where they went to that motorcycle.
Yeah, and like from naming all of them, which one is there at WrestleMania?
Starrcade.
How would you know that though?
I know enough about WCW. But I suppose to the average fan, they wouldn't know.
No.
Yeah. So, news this week. Lucha Underground Season 2 has got their season premiere date advertised.
It's like
January 27th?
Yeah. I was thinking.
Yeah, that's what I have here anyway.
They're also doing that giant marathon.
Yeah, they're doing a
40-hour marathon of every episode of Lucha Underground.
Yeah, over the weekend.
God.
Fair fucks to him. What else? Also,
like, I'd watch that entire pay-per-view if I didn't have to be outside of my house for this weekend.
Yeah. I don't know. I might watch a bit of it. Also in the news, Sting has come out and said he's going to need
vertebrae surgery, basically.
Yeah, he's going to need to get his neck fused.
And he nearly got paralysed when he fought Seth Rollins.
Yeah. He's pretty much said it was his fault. He didn't really know how to take the turnbuckle bomb properly.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Hopefully he'll have a speedy enough recovery.
There's stuff about Daniel Bryan as well.
He's talked about that his WWE career may be over.
Yeah.
But whether or not his wrestling career is over or not, I don't know if
if Daniel Bryan leaves, I'll be even more hard pressed to watch Raw.
Yeah, I mean he hasn't been there for a year now.
Yeah.
Really. I suppose he'd go to like Ring of Honor.
What Ring of Honor news was there?
I mean, if Daniel Bryan would go to Ring of Honor if he leaves WWE.
That's the other news, is that AJ Styles has gone from New Japan.
Yeah, he's also injured. He has I can't remember what it is. It's like a back thing.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like a ruptured disc or something like that,
I don't know what he's gone for. I just remember hearing that he's gone from New Japan.
He was taken off their advertisements and things because he's been injured.
NXT is touring England right now.
It is, and tickets are fucking expensive.
10 miles away from Dublin.
It's only 10 minutes walk away from Dublin, Maggle. Just over that sea there.
God, that was the funniest shit ever.
JBL has no sense of direction.
None of them seem to.
No.
Dublin, England.
Yeah.
William Regal is doing stand-up for the NXT tour.
I don't know if it's stand-up or like a speaking tour, but it's advertised with a comedy club.
Fucking, what would they be? Spoken word shows are basically stand-up comedians.
Yeah, but without jokes.
Yeah, like I saw Henry Rollins when he did a spoken word tour.
Yeah.
And that was funnier than most stand-up comedy shows. I've seen Jello Biafra, who's the singer for Dead Kennedys, do one as well. He was terrible, but he's terrible at everything. It's the same with Mick Foley. Like, Mick Foley stuff is spoken word.
Mick Foley originally advertised it as comedy.
Did he?
But then he realised he's not a stand-up comic.
Yeah.
And now he advertises it as like public speaking, I guess.
Yeah.
There isn't like a proper term for it.
Yeah, he just rambles on for like 2 hours.
Dynamite Kid has been hospitalised.
Yep.
He had a stroke. He's been having health problems for a long time now. I know his one of his legs is paralysed and he's been in a wheelchair for years.
Yeah.
Again, hopefully a recovery.
There's so many injured wrestlers. And only one of them is coming back.
Rollins, hopefully.
Is Zayn.
Oh yeah, Sami Zayn is back
Soon.
Like, he should be back on the England tour maybe.
Yeah, like the week after this podcast comes out, he'll probably be back.
Yeah, stay tuned to the Takeover London show, and
which I'll be excited for.
Yeah, that's...
If Zayn's coming back, I'll be so excited.
If I'm going to get the network, it's going to be for the NXT show rather than TLC.
And Table for Three.
And Table for Three, which I like. Yeah, I like their original productions like Table for Three, and some of their interview stuffs. The JBL interviews are good. Divas. I do love me some Total Divas.
Just for John Cena. What did you say to me before about John Cena?
He's a beefcake.
Yeah, he's beefy arms.
Damn right. I think that's a wrap up for news. Oh yeah, Curtis Axel has been in the Royal Rumble. I had it a minute ago for 314 days now, I think.
It's getting there.
It's going to be so sad when he finally gets eliminated this year.
I like to imagine they won't eliminate him again.
I suppose we should.
You know what's another big shocker, which I can lead into Raw, is that Sheamus has been the champion for 2 weeks now. Yeah. I suppose that'll lead us into Raw. We didn't record last week because nothing happened. Yeah, and we're recording this week because I'm pretty angry at this stage. Yeah. Everyone is. How much did Raw do this week in terms of viewership? 215. Yeah. Yeah. That was their final rating. I think they brought in 3 million viewers. Yeah. It was their lowest rating in 18 years now. Since September 1997. That's the other thing. Dewey Cox is now writing for WWE. Foley. Yeah. Yeah. He's not a writer. He's a writer's assistant. Basically, he's the guy who gets Michael Hayes' coffee. Yeah. Well, still, you got to work up that ladder. They started as evangelical Christians. They did, and now they're unicorns. Yeah. But man, these Raws, it's been bad. You haven't watched any of them. I have watched. I've watched fucking. So like last week, all that happened was that there's a new tag team that's going to be gone after TLC. League of Nations. Yeah. Yeah. Tommy Dreamer's back. Yep. Tommy Dreamer managed to get cleared by WWE's concussion doctors, but Daniel Bryan hasn't. Mm-hmm. That's it. Yeah. Man, these shows. This week's opened up with a 16-man tag match, and by the end of the show, nearly every person in the tag match had been reused in another segment. Yeah. Like, I was messaging you on Steam about this, and I was like, "Why are the Wyatts out talking to the League of Nations?" To the League of Nations, and you were like, "I don't know." And then the Dudleys came out. And then it was like, oh wait, where's Roman Reigns? And then, apparently his tag team is called The Family now. Yeah. Which is a terrible name, considering there's already a family. The Wyatt family. Actually that's... And then, when the Dudleys came back... They're called Team Extreme. Yeah, with
the Gore Machine.
The Gore Machine.
Do you remember when they called him the Gore Machine in ECW? I don't think you watched ECW, but I did. And you just couldn't stop us saying the Gore Machine. That's all Joey Styles would ever call him. He'd forget his name was Rhino and just call him the Gore Machine.
Did you see the bit on Raw where during that match where they're having like a big bust up, Roman Reigns throws one of the Usos out of the ring?
Yep. Did you also see when Roman Reigns went to punch Bubba Ray and then you stopped and went back and started fighting Devon instead?
You ain't fucking with Bubba.
Yeah. So it was like Rhino's up from NXT.
Mm-hmm.
A young upstart.
Young up and comer finally getting an opportunity.
Whose side was JBL on this match?
Whose side was he on?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Did he say anything good about Team Extreme?
I have no idea.
Because didn't he shit all over them at One Night Stand?
He did, yeah. I don't know, I wasn't really... I tend not to pay attention to commentary.
He called them all a bunch of homos, if I recall.
I believe that's a direct quote from him.
Yeah.
Look at all these homos, Maggle.
Yeah. And like, that match was the only interesting part. I stopped watching straight afterwards.
Yeah, you didn't miss anything.
The next match was like Dean Ambrose versus Kevin Owens, I think.
No, it was Owens versus Ziggler, and Ambrose came out at the end and threw popcorn and Coke in Kevin Owens' face.
Ambrose is just ruining food.
Yeah. What a lunatic. He's eating popcorn and drinking Pepsi.
He should have
a madman.
He should have that he should have a rivalry with is it Bull Dempsey?
Yeah.
Whose gimmick is that he eats a lot.
Like that's
I'd be so into that rivalry.
I'm fairly sure that's the first interaction Ambrose and Owens have had since Ambrose was named the number one contender.
Yeah. And their match is Sunday.
Mm-hmm. Which is shameful. What else was there? It was Team Bad versus Nikki or Brie Bella and Alicia Fox.
Yeah. And then
there was another match. Then the New Day came out after the match and danced with Team Bad.
Yeah. And then
there was a Miz TV segment.
Oh wow.
A highlight of the show. Where he interviewed Charlotte and Ric Flair.
Yeah.
Charlotte has none of her dad's charisma. I'm sorry, none of Ric Flair's children have any charisma. They're all just wooden as fuck.
Though to be very fair, Flair doesn't have much charisma
to be fair to Flair.
Like, he hasn't much charisma to begin with. His charisma is that he screams a lot and then takes his shirt off.
Flair is entertaining,
but like I can't,
usually extremely drunk.
But like I can't remember a single time when I heard a Ric Flair promo where I was like, "That's a great Ric Flair promo."
Some of his stuff, his promos like after the Royal Rumble that he won, and after before and after Mania 8. His match at Mania against Randy Savage springs to mind.
So his promos from like 15 years ago.
Yeah, but like that's when he was at his height.
It's like, yeah, but like Mick Foley can still do good promos. Like his thing with CM Punk 3-4 years ago.
Oh yeah, Foley can cut a good promo.
It's just the thing is that like Flair's best promo was like 16 years ago. Yeah. And since then it hasn't been anything spectacular really.
There was his stuff with Jay Lethal in TNA. That was fucking amazing. It was more entertaining than anything on this fucking show.
And Charlotte's now a heel, apparently.
There are no heels and baby faces in the Divas division. There's just
bitches.
Bitches who stab each other in the back constantly.
Women, am I right?
Always up to no good.
Can't trust them.
Like they've been doing this gimmick for fucking years.
And then the ending had the greatest promo ever.
The fucking
Tater Tots promo.
So I just want you sit back for a minute and clear your mind. And
Did you hear that other thing about Roman Reigns where he said it's only okay to be racist to the Irish?
Oh, for fuck. Just sit back for a minute and clear your mind and picture a giant room with whiteboards covering all the walls. And there's just like 25 men sitting in this room in silence. And there's one guy, just one man there. And suddenly, he's got it. He's got this idea. And you can see the light bulb go off over his head. Except it's not a light bulb. It's a fucking potato.
Yeah.
And he's like, I have it. This is what'll get the ratings back. 10 fucking minutes of potato jokes.
Yeah.
It's 2015.
I lived in England for a year and I heard my fair share of potato jokes.
But I'm sure they were at least funny.
Yeah.
And these are professional paid writers. 20 of them. And not one of them was like, maybe we shouldn't go with 10 minutes of fucking potato jokes. Fuck's sake. I know WWE... they have a history with casual racism.
Oh, there's the thing as well. Did you hear Ric Flair talking about Mick Foley's comments about Raw?
Oh, yeah, where he's like, you don't know what goes on backstage.
Yeah, I've got it here. The problem I have is Foley is not there. Like, to me, Mick has become a Monday morning quarterback. He's only observing what is on TV. But that's what people are reviewing.
What everyone is sitting at home.
It doesn't matter how much fun you're having backstage.
No, it doesn't fucking matter at all.
Unless you show people that fun backstage, they don't care.
Yeah, no, they don't. It doesn't matter what happens backstage. It matters what happens.
I don't want to look backstage and see Ric Flair crying again.
What happens backstage? Fucking 20 guys sitting around.
Woods plays video games.
Yeah.
Woods did a live stream of Windjammers before Raw. Mm. I had more fun watching that stream than I had watching Raw.
Yeah.
Like, who was in that stream? Tom was in that stream, the interviewer, Tom?
Tom Phillips.
Tom Spiracy.
Yep.
Becky Lynch appeared for a bit. All of New Day were there.
Breeze and Ziggler.
Breeze was there. Yeah, at the end of the stream was Ziggler came in and super kicked Breeze in the face.
That's the way to end the stream, alright.
It was amazing. It was a really fun stream.
Can you imagine what the world would be like if The Miz was the World Heavyweight Champion?
He was once.
Imagine he was the World Heavyweight Champion now. That'd be great. Because he can talk.
You're like a man can dream.
Man can dream, yeah. I am serious, so it would be a better show if The Miz was the World Heavyweight Champion.
I think it'd be better if anyone was a World Heavyweight Champion.
It would actually be better if Rowan was the World Heavyweight Champion.
Somehow.
Yeah. It's like they've shat all over him constantly. Anytime he gets a little bit of the audience getting behind him, they fucking put him out there in 20-minute potato segments.
Yeah. That's the thing as well. The fucking New Day versus Lucha Dragons.
Yeah.
Was announced as a byproduct this week as well. As by the way, we're fighting when New Day did their promo.
It's them, the Usos. For the titles at TLC. In a ladder match, I think. I don't know. I don't even know if there's an actual stipulation to that match.
I think it's a ladder match.
Yeah, probably.
More than likely.
Or a stairs match.
I think it's a ladder match because I got pretty excited about the idea of Sin Cara having to walk on a ladder.
That's entertaining.
Yeah, that's a Christmas present right there.
God. This show was awful. It really was. Like, last week's show was just boring. But this week's show...
The opening match I had no problem with.
No.
Everything else I had a problem with.
Yeah.
Like the opening match was the first hour. Basically.
Yeah, more or less. Yeah, or first 45 minutes.
Yeah, well, including the promos and stuff, it was like the first hour, 45 minutes of Raw.
But like the best part of the promos is no one talked for like more than 5 minutes.
Yeah.
It's like someone would talk for 2 or 3 minutes and then another team would come out.
Yeah. And then Roman Reigns' family just appeared uninvited.
They've no stars. They've done everything they can to sabotage anyone who could be a star in this company.
Yep. Ambrose is the most over person right now.
Him,
who can currently wrestle.
Yeah, who's on the program regularly. Yeah.
Who isn't injured right now.
There's him and Kevin Owens probably.
Yeah.
Too. It's like it's not Roman and it's not Sheamus.
Nope.
Like no one cares about them.
Not even Irish people want Sheamus to succeed.
We're like, it's a nice...
We want Becky Lynch and Finn Balor.
Yeah. Like, Sheamus being champion, it's a nice idea. But, like, don't do it.
Yeah. It's also nice to see WWE is kept with their foreigners are evil gimmick. Despite Vince being Irish himself.
Yeah. This... I don't know. I'm not excited for TLC.
Nope. Still want to watch it though.
Yeah, because we have to review it.
Yeah.
Like last year's TLC was the worst pay-per-view of the entire year.
I saw that GIF this morning of when Cole...
The bump of the century from last year.
No, that wasn't the bump of the century last year. The bump of the century last year was the TNA match when Bubba Ray was fighting Aries, I want to say. And he picks him up for like an F5 move. And the ref had to purposely take the bump, but he was like...
Oh, is that the power bomb where the ref is supposed to get kicked in the face? And he's just like...
He was a solid 3 feet away from the two men.
He just does like a little jiggle and he just falls right back.
That was the bump of the century.
Yeah. The only good match from last year's TLC was Ziggler versus Luke Harper.
I can't remember any of those.
It was the opener. They had a ladder match.
The only match I can remember in recent memory is from, let's say, over a year ago, is CM Punk versus Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only match I can remember in the last few years. Because that match was amazing.
I've never actually seen that match.
That match is something else. I can't believe how good that match is.
Last year's TLC had Big Show versus Eric Rowan in a stairs match.
Mm-hmm.
Like I know Seth has a match. I literally can't remember who he had a match against.
Yeah, Cena probably. No,
maybe because Lesnar was a champion and he wasn't on that show.
Yeah, maybe.
It might have been Cena actually.
I can't remember at all. So why are the matches coming up for SummerSlam this year?
TLC, you mean?
Yeah.
We've got Roman versus Sheamus for the World Heavyweight Championship.
Yeah.
We've got Owens versus Ambrose. We have Jack Swagger versus Alberto Del Rio. We've got the triple threat ladder match for the tag team titles. We've got a Divas match between Paige and Charlotte. We've got the ECW guys versus the Wyatts.
Yeah.
And probably Tyler Breeze and Dolph Ziggler on the pre-show.
Yeah. I can't care about any of these matches.
No.
The only match I'm excited about is the Team Extreme versus Wyatts. Because, like, I like the ECW.
And Luke Harper's in the match.
Yeah.
Have you ever listened to his interview on Jericho's podcast?
Luke Harper is...
Yeah.
No. I've heard it's pretty amazing.
Do you know what his job was before he was a wrestler?
He was a postman or something, wasn't he?
He was a librarian in a school, in an elementary school.
See, that sounds funnier to us because I know you're imagining Luke Harper dressed in his wrestling gear.
Yeah, like picturing him exactly as he is now.
Yeah, in his like baggy worn jeans and destroyed wife beater, going into the library,
just staring at these children as they walk past.
Like that's
fucking terrifying.
I know that's what you're imagining.
Yeah.
There was no books ever late in that library.
Fuck no. Yeah. There's also the London show for NXT. It's going to have Joe versus Balor as the main event.
Yeah.
I think it's going to have the Mechanics versus Enzo and Cass. Probably Apollo Crews versus Corbin.
Yeah.
I haven't been following NXT closely, but these are the matches. There's Nia Jax versus Bayley.
Yeah.
It should be a better show than TLC.
Yeah, more than likely it will be.
Better crowd anyway.
More fun. The English are always deadly crowd when they play.
Usually. There was like the recent Raw that they did in England where the crowd was, I don't know, I'm fairly sure they messed with the audio for that.
Well, we've got to remember that was a Raw from like 2 months ago.
Yeah, it was, in
its awful stage.
They had taped it and they messed with the audio on that show.
Yeah.
I'm sure they did.
That's something I heard, is that the Tribute to the Troops show is recorded
like this week.
It's supposed to air after TLC.
Yeah.
And people are trying to find out who had their championships while they were in there.
Like, it doesn't matter. Like, they're not going to stick. It doesn't matter if they stick to it or not.
Apparently no one showed up with a title.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
From what I've read, no one appeared with their titles. Like, Shamo appeared, he didn't have the title, but neither did New Day or anything like that either.
What are your predictions for TLC?
You're going to have to tell me which match, because I've forgotten every match.
Charlotte versus Paige. Charlotte a winner. Charlotte, yeah.
No one cares why. She'll just win.
New Day, Usos, Lucha Dragons.
I'm going to say New Day.
I'm also going to say
because,
New Day.
like, Lucha Dragons and...
It's not going to be Lucha Dragons.
No.
It might be Usos.
It could be, but...
Because they're The Rock's cousin.
Yeah, but at the same time, they've got nothing for them.
No, and New Day are fucking hot as hell.
Yeah. That's why I think they'll win.
But
it wouldn't shock me if Usos won the match.
Ambrose versus Owens?
I want to say Ambrose wins and Kevin Owens goes on to do other things.
Yeah.
But that's me thinking smart.
Yeah.
So it's not going to happen. So Kevin Owens retains the title and then goes on the feud with, like...
Ryback.
Yeah.
Again.
Wasn't there a Ryback segment this week?
Yeah.
Yeah, Rusev and Ryback.
They're feuding.
Yep.
I really don't like Ryback.
No.
I don't like his stuff is shite.
I do like him outside of wrestling. He seems like a bit of an arsehole, and I like that.
Yeah, I do.
He seems like a bit of a dickhead, and I kind of enjoy that about him.
But I don't want to see him wrestle.
No, never.
I like Rusev, though, in the ring.
Yeah.
He moves fucking quick for guys.
Rusev's great.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone would ever argue that Rusev is not a great wrestler.
He's good. He's like still learning, but like he's good for a guy his size and is able to do. He sells like a fucking boss.
Yeah. The best person who sells right now is Ziggler. Ziggler fucking Mr. Perfect sells everything.
Yeah, I think he moves into overselling territory sometimes.
I don't know. I'm a pretty big fan of it.
For me, it's a bit too. It comes on a bit strong.
Depends for me, really.
What else is there? There's the US title match between Alberto and Jack Swagger.
I say Alberto.
Yeah.
There's no reason for Swagger to have that title.
No.
And Alberto's being paid a lot of money, so...
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think they're going to have Alberto lose.
If they're paying Alberto a lot of money, they can't just take the title off of him.
Yeah, and they might... I don't know.
They need some sort of reason as to why they're paying Alberto like $2 million.
They could do... I don't know when Cena's back, but they could do a thing.
Cena's back soon.
It is soon, I know
They finished recording whatever it was he was doing.
I'll say... I don't know, they might hold off on him until the Royal Rumble.
Oh no, Alberto...
Cena.
It'd make more sense for an Alberto Cena match at like the Royal Rumble.
I think he could be back as a surprise entrant.
Something like that. I don't know.
In the World Heavyweight title, Sheamus versus Roman Reigns.
I want to say Sheamus. Sheamus wins, and then that goes to Royal Rumble where he loses.
Yeah.
Because who do they have Reigns to fight against?
Well, Lesnar's going to be back soon as well.
Yeah, but he's not going to be back within the next month or so. They've got like four. How long is it till the Royal Rumble?
It's only like a 5-6 weeks.
Yeah, they've got like those 5-6 weeks that they've got to do something. And if Reigns has no one, he'll take the title off Sheamus and he'll feud with like no one worth remembering for the Royal Rumble. But then after the Royal Rumble, when he wins the match, he'll have someone, whoever wins the Royal Rumble.
I don't know. I'm not sure who's going to win the Rumble. I think it'll be more clear after this pay-per-view.
Yeah.
It's like, if it's...
I want it to be Kevin Owens. But I also want Kevin Owens to fight Sami Zayn more at WrestleMania.
Yeah. It's going to... For me, it's going to depend on who's the champion then. Like, if Owens beats Ambrose for the Intercontinental title at TLC, I can see Ambrose going on to win the Rumble and maybe feuding Reigns at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Wishful thinking, because I don't think they see Ambrose as a star, as the same caliber as Reigns, but they're wrong. Imagine Reigns and Sheamus will be feuding and going into the Rumble.
They've got to. There's no one else they can put him against.
Because, yeah, I don't know. I think Reigns might win this Sunday, and they have their third match at the Rumble where Reigns wins again, and that's their feud over.
That could happen.
And whoever wins the Rumble sets up the feud with Reigns for Mania.
Yeah, more than likely. I'm wondering who the surprise Royal Rumble entrance will be this year.
It's in Orlando. So, I don't know what that crowd's going to be like.
That could mean a bunch of NXT guys.
Yeah, actually, that's probably what it's going to be. I imagine maybe Joe or Finn Balor.
Yeah.
It depends on who the champion is. I think whoever isn't the champion of those two is going to be in the Rumble.
I'm actually looking up right now, seeing what wrestlers are from Florida.
Roman Reigns is from Florida.
Yeah, what a surprise. Yeah. People are like, the surprise entrant. Reigns wins his own match and then goes on into the Royal Rumble. Jesus,
do you imagine if he's put in the Rumble again and gets booed?
The young upstart Big Show is from Florida.
Oh God. He's also injured at the minute. He's got like a knee thing.
Fuck. He's from Florida.
The Rock?
John Cena.
No, he's not. He's from Massachusetts.
Why is John Cena written here then?
That's not true. He's from Boston.
Oh shit, Dudley.
Dudley's from Florida.
Apparently. Oh, Dory Funk.
Dory Funk is from Texas.
Did you see that match?
I don't know what that list is, but that's a lie.
Did you see that match with Dory Funk?
Where he's...
the one from like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. Someone who looks fucking older than Terry Funk. Never thought I'd see it today.
God, I had some laugh about that match. Like him trying to do that DDT.
Yeah, that was kind of sad.
And the pile driver. Oh.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't really know how the Rumble's going to shape up.
I'd say it'll be a lot of NXT people.
Yeah, I could see a good few NXT guys. Maybe like Baron Corbin. They end up bringing him up to the main roster.
Maybe.
Tammy will probably be back by then, and so will.
I don't know if Tammy's ready to be pushed up to Raw immediately though.
No, probably Sami Zayn.
Sami Zayn more than likely is going to be in Raw before WrestleMania.
Yeah, I could see
because he was getting the push before Owens was, but because of his injury, Owens got the push ahead of him.
Yeah, I could see him and Owens feuding at Mania.
Yeah, that's what I hope for. That's all I've been hoping for WrestleMania is that Owens and Zayn have a match, because every match I've seen them have has been amazing.
Yeah. I don't have high hopes for this TLC pay-per-view.
Nope.
Oh yeah, did you think about that question I asked you? What the biggest what if in professional wrestling is?
I want to think what happens if Owens didn't die.
If Owen Hart?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that affected Brett quite a bit.
I also like to think of what would have happened if Punk didn't leave.
Mm.
There's a lot of what ifs in wrestling.
Yeah.
Like, everything could have been changed with, like, one thing. Like, what if Stone Cold didn't turn heel in his match against The Rock?
Yeah, that was pretty...
What would have happened? What if the invasion didn't happen?
I think one of the biggest for me is what if Jesse Ventura had got his union started? Like, if Hogan hadn't ratted him out. You'll
have to brief me a bit on this, because I don't... the most I know about Ventura is that he's like, what, senator?
He was the governor of Minnesota.
And he also believes in conspiracy theories.
Yeah. Basically, he wanted to start up a wrestlers union. And Hulk Hogan ratted him out to Vince McMahon.
I think I did hear about this.
Yeah. And Jesse got fucked over.
Like, if it comes to history of wrestling, I barely know anything.
Yeah.
I know, like, bits and bobs, but not everything.
But, like, for me, it's where the business would have been. Like, if he got his union started and wrestlers had all got their guaranteed contracts and some, like, healthcare, would certain people have died? Would
Eddie and Chris Benoit be dead?
Yeah, I mean, for me, if he got the union started in New York, in WWF, and that was a union, I imagine it would spread to the other territories.
I think
so. If that were to happen, like, and WCW had their union, it was one giant union, would Steve Austin have been fired over the phone and have gone on to ECW?
Would ECW even existed though? With a union,
I suppose maybe.
ECW would probably exist, but it wouldn't be what people would remember it for being.
No, yeah, I guess.
Like, ECW wouldn't be remembered as, like, New Jack jumping off the Titantron and losing everything in his left body or right body.
It's would
like what else? Fucking
here's a fucking baseball bat covered in barbed wire, set it on fire and hit him. Fuck no. Like
Taz concussing himself during the fucking Bam Bam Bigelow fight. The story of Bam Bam always upsets me.
That he died after saving some kids from a fire.
He died a hero.
Yeah.
But, like, no one will ever remember that.
I think a lot of wrestling fans will.
Because if you talk to most people about Bam Bam Bigelow, they'll remember him as the big fat guy
who had flames tattooed on his head.
But outside of that, they won't know that he died saving people.
Yeah, it was he saved some people from a burning building, and a couple of days later he
smoke
stopped,
inhalation or something like that, which is crazy.
There's a lot of sad stories in professional wrestling.
Because that's the thing, though, is if a union existed, I don't think ECW would have existed into capacity that people know it for now.
No, you wouldn't have been able to tell people to do their death matches and shit.
I think most of the wrestlers did that anyway.
They would have, but with
injury clauses and stuff like that.
Yeah. That was to make a statement. If you had the safety net of a union to fall underneath, would you need to do that stuff? You know what I mean?
But I don't know if most of those wrestlers would have just preferred straight wrestling matches.
Yeah, there wasn't a lot
with Sabu be where he is now.
No, I don't think Sabu would be made for a world of unions.
Or Sandman.
No.
Who else? Tommy Dreamer probably.
But you have...
Even though Dreamer is known for being the guy who got the shit kicked out of him.
You'd have people would just say, no, I'm not working with the Sandman, he's drunk.
Yeah.
Simple as that.
I bet a bunch of people said that, though.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure they said it, but they still went out and worked with him. But now they have a union say, no, he's not working with that dude. That dude is fucking putting fags out and has a fucking swigging can of beer on the way to the ring. That dude is in no condition to be a professional wrestler. Yeah. That for me is the biggest what if Jesse got his union.
What if Hulk didn't lie, but the steroids?
That that Vince didn't give him steroids.
Yeah, because he lied.
Yeah, probably. Very likely.
You know Hulk Hogan. How often does he lie about stories?
All the time.
Yeah, it's 100% certainty that Hulk Hogan is lying to you.
No matter where you are, no matter what you're doing, Hulk Hogan is lying to someone about something.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah.
Oh, I was almost a guitarist for fucking Metallica.
Fuck off, Hogan.
I'm not Captain Mr. America.
Brother.
That was my favourite gimmick.
I'm not Mr. America, brother.
Yeah, that was my favourite.
Fuck's sake.
That was my favourite gimmick ever. It's so good. It's just so fucking stupid. It's like I'm watching a panto or something.
That's essentially what wrestling is.
Vince is outside and everyone's like, he's behind you. He's like, no, he's not.
Oh no, he isn't. Damn it.
Oh. What if Linda didn't run for a fucking Congress?
That's actually a surprisingly big one. Vince took over her duties when she left.
Yeah.
And they switched to PG to try and help her campaign.
Yeah, which didn't.
Yeah. But it doesn't even matter if they're PG or not, it's still shit writing.
Yep.
PG isn't the problem, it's a 3-hour fucking show with awful writing.
What if Shane didn't leave?
I don't know if we'd be anywhere different.
I'd say there'd be some bit of good. How much good I can't say for certain, but he wanted to pick up UFC.
Yeah.
And now look at UFC.
He wanted to bring back ECW as a web show.
Yeah. Which could have worked.
It would have worked better than what they
NXT
did.
is basically a web show now.
Yeah, basically NXT is kind of what he had in mind for ECW, I think.
And look where NXT is now.
It's fucking huge. It's its own brand.
Yeah.
Selling out arenas around the world.
If Zack Ryder went to NXT, he'd probably be more over in NXT than he is in Raw.
He is in NXT.
Is he?
Yeah, he's tag teaming with Mojo Rawley.
I did not know that. I did not know he was back on NXT.
I don't know if he's currently there, but he's doing the house show circuit with Mojo Rawley.
Last you remember anyway.
Yeah.
Because he's probably getting more there. Less money, but more fucking work.
Yeah. Yeah, because like
Zack Ryder doesn't hit me as a guy who's happy being like JTG.
just getting paid.
Yeah. Do you think Sandman will return at TLC?
God, I hope not. I mean, if he does, he won't be invited. Like he'll just walk in through the crowd.
Like after that Bubba Ray Dudley thing on Twitter.
Yeah.
When he tweeted out the lyrics to fucking Enter Sandman.
Yeah. I could see like a drunken Sandman stumbling through the crowd, can of beer in one hand, candle stick in the other, and cigarette like perched precariously out of his mouth, just looking pissed off.
And Michael Cole is going, "Oh, it's the Kendall machine."
The one man candlestick army.
Yeah. I also hope Spike would come back, but like he's not. He's got a good job.
What's he doing?
He's a teacher.
Okay.
So like he's no reason to go back.
Yeah.
Which it's hilarious though to think of Spike Dudley as a
teacher. Yeah.
Because all I remember is like the crowd surfing moment from ECW.
Yeah.
Like that's the most I remember about Spike Dudley, but I loved him. Because a lot of people were hoping he'd be the one who returned.
Yeah.
As the additional fourth man.
Instead we got Rhino.
Yep. Which I'm okay with.
Yeah.
Rhino's a good wrestler.
He's there.
Yeah. He's got one of the better spears in wrestling.
Yeah. Better than Edge's.
Yeah.
Like, I think Goldberg has the best spear.
Oh, of course he does. Like, that fucking spear he does to...
Nunzio.
Nunzio gets turned inside out.
Yeah. Have you ever seen the spear he did to like Chris Jericho?
I'm pretty sure if you watch that like spear he did to Nunzio and you freeze frame it and move it by second, you'll probably see Nunzio turn inside out and back to normal in like one of those frames.
Did you ever see the spear he did to Chris Jericho on the ramp at WCW?
No.
He fucking knocked that motherfucker like 20 feet down the ramp. I'm serious. He just crashed into him and Jericho just lifts off his feet and just travels like 15 fucking feet in the air down to the ring. And like, Jesus Christ, you've just killed this man.
Goldberg was something else though.
Yeah, the only thing I can really compare him to is like Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
He's just like this freak of nature.
That just destroyed everything. And it was amazing. Like, his entrance was cool when he'd have his police officers escorting him to the ring and stuff. And then he's just sitting in the fucking...
The pyro. He just steps out and just like spits smoke out of his nose.
And you're like, this guy's going to murder whoever is in that ring.
Yeah. He's...
Like, last week I just spent a solid hour, I'd say, watching Goldberg entrances.
He was... If he'd been trained for a bit longer, I think he could have been... I mean, he was like WCW's biggest ever draw, and I still don't think he lived up to his full potential.
No. Well, Goldberg was just like a football player.
He was, but he was fucking agile as fuck.
He was a football player who knew basic wrestling, but like, he made that work for him.
Yeah. Like
the jackknife suplex thing he do.
The jackhammer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, that shit was amazing to look at.
He came up with that.
That's the coolest suplex ever.
Yeah.
Because it looks like it hurts, and all it is just a suplex into a pump handle slam, basically.
It's a suplex into, like a power slam type thing.
Yeah, basically that's all it is. It looks fucking cool. And he got the power pin afterwards as well, where like the guy just be limp on the ground, he's basically holding him in the air.
Yeah. God. Yeah, his matches... He did have some good matches. Have you ever seen the match he had against DDP at Halloween Havoc?
No, the only match I ever remember him having is probably him versus Billy Kidman. in WCW at one point.
I don't remember that, to be honest.
I could be making it up, but I'm pretty sure I remember him fighting Kidman. Because Kidman dressed very noticeable compared to the other wrestlers.
I remember his match against DDP, which was awesome. It was, I think it was probably Goldberg's best match. And DDP should have probably won that match. His match against Raven and the Flock, and his match against Hogan where he won the title.
Yeah.
Those are like the 3 standout matches I remember from Goldberg. Like, he was quick.
Yeah.
Like, did you ever see him do like his fucking backflip?
Yeah.
I'm just looking at this guy, I'm like, Jesus Christ. He's quite agile for a man that size.
He's like Brock Lesnar agile.
And that's the thing, I don't think he's ever lived up to the potential.
But he obviously didn't with the fucking Lesnar match.
No.
It's the worst match ever.
It is, but like, that's... Yeah, it's not the worst match in WrestleMania history.
We heard the interview. They were like, "Yeah, we didn't care."
Yeah, Brock was like,
"It's no fuck. It's no fucking Yokozuna versus Bret Hart,
yeah.
or Undertaker versus
El Gigante."
Yeah, like it's no caliber of that terrible.
Yeah, it's because both of those guys could put on a good match.
I like the idea that like every bad WrestleMania match I think of is just from the same WrestleMania.
They're all from WrestleMania 9.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was a fucking shit WrestleMania though.
Yokozuna #1.
Japan #1. Caesar's Palace #1. So you guys enjoying this WrestleMania? Ha 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 ha!
Yeah.
Just like, fuck's sake. I'm not sure, were they like racist crowd plants or were they actually Japanese guys?
Vince is such a racist, it's unbelievable.
He is.
Like, I can't believe at certain points how much of a racist Vince is.
Yeah. Also, this is probably only a cut, but did you see the story about the SmackDown taping?
No.
2 kids in the audience called Roman Reigns and and they were escorted out.
Don't cut that, but do censor what you said.
Yeah.
I saw
he's not even black.
Did you see that video of Alberto getting beat up by the crowd?
I haven't seen that. I've heard about it. Like in Puerto Rico.
Yeah, at the Puerto Rico show, and some fucking dude just punches him.
Yeah.
Like, I looked at the video and Alberto like moves back towards the crowd. The dude just starts swinging at him.
Have a look up after this.
It's unbelievable. I don't know what's got the fans so intense for blood.
Puerto Rican fans, they just want to see death.
Ambrose is out there with a tear in his eye. It's like, God, do I miss this place?
I think we can wrap it up there now.
Yeah. We talked no Raw. We just talked about wrestling instead.
We talked about how shit potato promos are.
And we talked about how great everything else is that isn't wrestling.
So I guess this wraps up episode 4 of the Irish Whip podcast. I've been your host, Ben, and been joined as always with my glorious co-host, Darren. You can follow us on @IrishWhipcast on Twitter and on YouTube.
Yeah, these are only on YouTube now, aren't they?
Yeah, they're only going to be on YouTube
for the foreseeable future, anyway.
Yeah, you can follow us. You can find us on YouTube if you type in Irish Whip Podcast.
Yeah.
Where I've uploaded some little shitty MS Paint animations. Our next episode is probably going to be us covering TLC and Takeover
yeah.
London. I keep saying Takeover Brooklyn. But it's Takeover London and TLC.
And the Raw aftermath, if it's any good.
Yeah. I think we're obliged to cover the Raw afterwards. Hopefully it'll improve. I don't
I don't see it improving.
I'm not placing bets on it, but hopefully.
I don't see an improvement until Royal Rumble.
Yeah. Anyway, thank you all for listening. Stay tuned for more episodes in the future and all that.
Yep.